Yeah, okay. How'd things go out there today? You had you got the full group, at least the part that's healthy out on the field. How'd things look today?
It went good. You know, we're coming to the end of the off-season program here, and this is just the extension of it. And, you know, I think we're in a good place mentally and physically for the most part. You guys are working hard, have a couple more days left, and hopefully we end on a high note.
I know he's in his second year now, but how would you evaluate Torian Gray's transition from the college game back to the NFL?
He's done great. You know, he really has. I think he's got the system down. I think it's important to keep the staff around here because, you know, I think the more comfortable he is, the better he is. And I guess it's the case for everybody, quite frankly. So he's a good communicator, does a great job with the safeties and corners. James Rowe with them. They are a good partnership over there and handle the room extremely well.
I know we ask about Alex every week, but it seemed like he was really sharp today from I guess from a lot of our perspectives. What was clicking so well for him today and just his overall growth? As I suppose, where is he in that process?
I think we're all just trying to get him as comfortable as we can. And it's just a matter of him getting used to the terminology, getting used to players around him, how we call plays, all that stuff. So he's a veteran guy. He's been there, done that. About every kind of passing scheme concept he's seen or done, run concept he's seen or done in his career, you know, with Coach Harbaugh and then obviously with Coach Reed. So not a lot I can throw at him that he hasn't done or tried. It's just a matter of getting on the same page, what we call things, how we like to attack certain coverages, progressions, all that good stuff. So I've been very impressed with him as a player and obviously as a person.
A lot of players working off to the side, specifically Jordan Reed, Trent, Morgan Moses, and Chris Thompson. Any issues as far as you can see for them being ready for training camp?
We're very positive in their recovery right now. They've all worked extremely hard. Trent came in here and has shown great progress, great strength. So I don't see any reason why these guys won't be ready for training camp. You know, it's a matter of how much we throw at them early in training camp. We might hold them back early in training camp. But for the most part, I think Ty, TJ, Jordan, Chris, Trent, those guys are showing great progress, and we have full anticipation they'll be ready for week one.
Is Stacey McGee okay? Or
who?
Stacey McGee and Brian Quick, are they injured?
Stacey McGee's had a issue, so he's getting checked out and had a little surgery on his groin.
And then Quick? Brian
Quick was missed for personal reasons.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Jay, I'm asking this question not about how you think Alex will perform, but just how long does it take a veteran quarterback before he gets comfortable in a system? I mean, is this, no matter how he performs, is this a multi-year process, or does a guy with 14 years in the league, can he get it down by mid-season?
He's got to get it down by a first game. You know, so I think he's already close to having it down for the most part. It's just a matter, each game plan is going to change with different concepts depending on who we play from time to time, but he needs to get it down. He will get it down. That's why we got him here. That's why we, you know, wanted to get a veteran quarterback here that can adjust to different schemes and learn on the fly. One thing about Alex, he's the smartest guy I've ever been around, without a doubt. And then he's in great shape, can move around, and can handle a lot of different things. So we're not in here to build the team around him. The team is built, and he has to lead it like right now. You know, this isn't a 2-3 year process. This is a 1 year process, and we got to win right away.
Jay, you've got those front seven guys back and healthy. In terms of the run game, in terms of stopping the run, what are some of the little details that everybody has to do besides just being healthy? I know that was a big part last year, but what are some of the little things that are going to play a role in getting better in that area?
Yeah, stop and run. It's a team thing. It's a 11-man deal. You know, you got to be in your right gap. You can't abort your gap and leave somebody on an island or what have you. So it's up to the defensive line to stay in their gap. The linebackers to play off of them, and obviously the safeties have to be a part of it. And sometimes when the safeties get blocked by the receiver, then the corner's got to come and crack replace. So it's a total team thing on defense. Everybody's got to run to the ball. Every once in a while somebody's going to get a hit, but we have to limit the damage, and guys got to wrap tackle and make good sound tackles and limit the damage. Live and fight another day. But I think getting the guys healthy, getting Zac Brown back out here, Mason Foster with them, Spate as a veteran guy, Vigil as a veteran guy, Josh Harvey Clemens, playing in the same defense, adding Sean Dion. I think got a great chance for that front seven to be very, very good. And then secondary-wise, getting Monte back 100%. He's a great tackler. Obviously, DJ can play multiple spots. Josh Norman's one of the better corners that can tackle. So we feel good about where we are. Now it's a matter of them playing together with Payne now in there, and obviously the other young fellas, Dunbar, maybe Fabian at the other corner.
Hey, Jay, oh, go ahead.
How are you guys coming along as far as getting the new rules, specifically the kickoff rule, figuring that out, teaching it to the guys? And then I guess the helmet rule, the lowering the helmet, there's not much to do with that here, right?
Yeah, I hope not. I haven't seen anything written on paper yet. It's hard to coach it. We obviously understand we want to take the head out of the game as best we can. We don't want to use it as a weapon either offensively or defensively. So that's something we're going to continue to try to teach. We don't do a lot of live sessions in practice anyway. So a lot of that will come, throughout training camp, and hopefully we'll have videos to show the players on what not to do, I guess. As far as the kickoff rule is concerned, we're just going to try different things, get it on tape and look at it and try to make certain adjustments. It's new to everybody around the league, and I think I don't know what to expect. I don't know if teams are going to try to get more touchbacks kicking off or try to, let the guys return it. So it'll be interesting to see, and it'll play out, I'm sure, by week 1 or week 2. I think coaches will have a better understanding of it.
Jay, because, as you said, because Alex is the smartest guy you've been around, do you feel you're almost further ahead at this point than you would have been ordinarily or maybe before you met him and got to know him?
Yeah, I think so. I got to be careful too. I sometimes get the script in place for practice, and I kind of go crazy, in different formations and stuff like that. I just got to make sure I don't get ahead of myself. But it's never an issue. I spit out the plays, and he does a great job repeating them and executing them. So he's somebody that can handle a lot of different things, like I said. So. Just have to wait and see. I think getting to know those players is probably more important than he's going to handle the offense fine. The terminology, all that stuff is fine. I think just getting to know the players and what they can do and adjusting to those guys will be the big part, especially Jordan, who hadn't practiced yet. Chris Thompson hadn't practiced yet. But getting to know Paul Richardson for the first time, Josh Doxson, Jameson Crowder, the rest of them, Brian Quick, who wasn't here today, but, just that's the big thing, Mo Harris.
So what about as far as like 2-minute situations, third down situations? How is he coming along there? Is that a harder thing to get because it's a little bit more detailed into the playbook or anything? Or?
No, not at all. Just going faster, and 2 minutes, easy. We have a set core of plays for 2 minutes, and they can change week to week depending on who we're playing. But it's just a matter of getting the people up to the line, making sure everybody's set before he snaps it. But he handles that great. He knows situations as good as anybody. He knows when he can't take a sack and get out of bounds when he has to, hurry up to the line, spike it, whatever he needs to do. He's been in all those situations, so that's no issue. Third downs is just a matter of, if we're going to huddle or not and getting a team ready to roll or getting a protection set for the back, for the line, trumping everything and making the right call. So he can handle all that. I'm not worried about that.
Jay, looking ahead to training camp, looking at the schedule, you guys have changed the times of when you're going out in the morning and when you're going out in the afternoon. Just what was the thought behind that? What led to some of those changes?
Morning, I want to give them a full day to recover. I've kind of been doing a little research here, and I think we practice in the morning. We're off the field around noon. They get a nice lunch. We'll meet and do some install, and then come back and have our walkthrough, and then go back and meet and watch practice and then walk through. So I think to give that full time for recovery so they can drink a lot of fluids, take care of their bodies is important. When the Jets come, we're going to practice same day, same time, 1:30 every day. But let these guys know, hey, we're going to get up, get yourself a cup of coffee, get ready to roll for practice, I think is important. Get them on a schedule, set schedule, give them a chance to recover each and every day.
I know we got another day or two left here, but what do you feel was what do you feel like you guys were able to accomplish this off season?
I think one, that's the most important thing to me for OTAs is getting them in shape in the weight room, obviously out there on the field running. And then 2, we have to get them mentally sharp and teaching our system. And then at the end, once we are able to practice, players get to know one another. I think, like we mentioned, Alex Smith getting to know Paul Richardson and our receivers and our new offensive linemen, trying to work different spots. Our new defensive linemen, the rookies, Payne, obviously Sean Dion, getting those guys up to speed, getting our left tackle, right tackle, Christian up to speed. So I think just a matter of, A, you want to get them in shape, B, you want them to get to know each other, and then obviously 3, you got to have them learn as much as you can in these few days. So when they come back to training camp, we don't have to start from, okay, this is double right. We can jump into our system and install fast and play fast.
You got the quarterback situation settled now. He's here for a few years. You've added some guys up front. Do you feel like this is the best spot you've been in since you've been here?
I'm always confident, really, but I feel really good. I think from a draft perspective, Payne is everything that I thought he was. Darius Geis is everything I thought he was and more. He's a lot faster than I thought. He plays faster, explosive. Christian has great depth at the offensive line. Sean Dion, like I mentioned, great depth at the linebacker position, could eventually be a starter, who knows. The rest of those guys are excellent. And our free agent acquisitions, Paul Richardson's faster than I even thought on tape, excellent free agent signing. So I feel great about where we are to add those new guys in with the veteran pieces that we already have. Very, very confident, very happy with what we have here.
Teammates talk about Alex's presence, that before you even talk about football, you just know that he's a quarterback. Have you sensed that with him? And then how much does that matter from that position?
It matters. Confidence is very, very important, and presence, like you say, is important. It gives other players confidence, and the whole job a quarterback has is obviously getting the most out of the people around you, and that's what I think he does as good as anybody. He'll get the most out of the tight ends, he'll get the most out of the backs, most out of the receivers and offensive line, because they're going to want to play for him, and they're going to feel confident that he's going to make something happen in a positive way, or at least give everything he's got. And take responsibility if something doesn't work out. So just a great leader type guy, and a good person, good player. The players all seem to react well to and play well with. Obviously we haven't played a game yet, so we still have a lot of work to do before then, but just from the mental makeup, the physical makeup of the person, obviously top notch.
What did you make of Zac Brown's first year here? And when he was kind of banged up the latter half of the season, could you tell by his performance on the field, was his play affected at all by that? I
think Zac Brown physically, when you look at him, he's as gifted linebacker as there is. Really, he can run, he can hit, and all that stuff. I think learning a new defense, there were some times where we were out of place, and not just him, but whoever. Our defense wasn't quite in sync. I think him being in his second year with his athletic ability, adding Deron Payne and Jonathan Allen in the middle in front of him with Matt Ioannidis and Ziggy, whoever else is in there with Kerrigan and Preston, I think it's going to make him all the more freer to roam and play fast. So first year, like I said, last year we went 7-9. I can't really say, hey, anybody played all-star type level, but I think he was leading the league in tackles there for a little while because of his speed, and I think he can play a lot better.
Thanks, Coach.
Yep.